Thank you, David. Thank you, Dalia. I'm so glad that all these years David was with us, always being master of the ceremony, doing a great job. And Dalia always make the fantastic companion for him. I want to welcome everyone and say how happy I see all of you. And I want to say many times thank you. Thank you for everything that you're doing together with us. It's really amazing what we are together, despite all the challenges, doing very important things. And I want to say thank you for hosting us in fantastic island. Also, it's I think amazing symbolic things which we are doing second time here in Venice, in St. Lazar Island. And thank you for your hospitality from Hadaris congregation, because it's a really great what we've been here and we saw the history of Armenian heritage, culture, spiritual, managerial, everything. And I think it's one of the best examples about the leadership. You know, tonight we saw amazing performance by musician, by choir from Venice. The kids, by the way, were not Armenian. They've been singing Armenian and Armenian songs, and they are from Venice. So it was very touchy what they sing with Isabel Bergdan, which is great singer from Canada, which I was very happy to see her here with us again. And thank you, Archbishop Hajrak. You reminded me the story about how it all started. In 2014, I went a trip around the world. And you know, we have a fantastic Armenian diaspora everywhere. And I went and asked about how we can make something different about the genocide. But of course, it all will stay in our memory, in our heart, with all our families. But what would be the right approach to say thank you? And I will be very honest. After traveling around the world, I found shocking surprise for me. But I couldn't find many moral leaders. I went to many countries. Who are the moral authorities in your country? Who are people who really you admire, not because of they are head of the countries, but because of they are respected by society? And I found shocking with this, not only in our part of the world, Russia and Armenia, we didn't have people who really people admire, but in every place it was the same problem. I said something wrong. We need to have people who are moral authorities. And now, after 7 years, I can tell you, people who are sitting here, the finalists and laureates, you know, I'm so happy what I found and met all of you. And because for me, you're the moral leaders. You're the authorities for all of us, for the next generation, for people who really admire and respect not just the numbers of your bank account, not about your titles, but being just human. And I believe Avrora gave us this ground feel, but despite all the challenges, despite all the old crises that they're facing around the world, we have people who are doing a great job, and they're really example for all of us. So I got a lot of energy from all of you. I got a lot of support for anything which I was feeling bad, and I want to say personal thank you for doing this for me, because after the Artsakh war, when we lost not so much about land, but we lost thousands of young, talented people. We lost our confidence about ourselves. I think seeing your story, seeing what you're doing in all these places in the world, it gives me a lot of power. And I believe the leadership will become one of the key elements of taking this world out of this crisis. And I believe you are the example of leaders that we need to follow. And I want to say thank you, all of you. And thank you for doing this together with our friends and partners who support this project from first day. And again, I hope we will continue this despite all the problems, and we'll do many, many more years. Something which, of course, will be I would prefer we will not have, because of if we will have no crisis, will be no laureates, no finalists. But I hope we'll have a continuous network of the people. We got already 700 people who we know the stories. We have 700 stories of people who saved the lives of others, who are doing something fantastic. I think it's one of the biggest assets that we are holding. And I hope these people will become a network of people who trust each other, who support each other, and we'll do our best to make this all workable for the world, for the societies. And from our side, we'll do our best to continue this project. Thank you.